5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey!
I guess we can speak here. I want to take this opportunity to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming out today. It's so nice to see so many friends, so many good people that helped us out so much, not only throughout that campaign, but are an important part of the community here in Richmond Hill. Thank you so much for coming out. Before I introduce our distinguished guests that are here with us today, I want to tell you that we started working on May 3rd. The election was over May 2nd. We started serving on May 3rd, and we've done a bunch of things between now and then. Certainly you're very familiar with what's happened in Ottawa. We were able to pass the budget, the next phase of Canada's Economic Action Plan. We're thrilled and excited that we have the majority in government to be able to do the things that Canadians want us to do from coast to coast. And as you know, Canada was one of the very first nations to come out of the global economic recession. Certainly it's still a fragile economy, but we're, thanks to the leadership of our Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, we're on the road to a very healthy recovery, and we're very pleased about that. You'll know about the postal strike. We did our best. We sat for 58 hours to give Canadians back their mail. We kept hearing from postmen, from residents, from every riding across the country about that, and thanking us for being there and staying there because people wanted their mail, from youth to seniors to businesses to small businesses to larger corporations. Everybody wanted their mail back, and we did that. We've done a bunch of things, made a lot of announcements over the summer, and certainly here in Richmond Hill we've been very busy setting up the constituency office, which we moved to this location in the heart of Richmond Hill for easy access for residents. Certainly we've served, I can tell you, dozens already. There's a revolving door here. We're here to serve. If you need any help, any support, anything you need from the federal government, we're here to be your representatives, to be your voice in Ottawa. I am delighted to be joined today here with several dignitaries. I see Councillor Greg Barrows is here from the city, and we thank him very much. I was with the mayor this morning for an announcement. He had another commitment and couldn't be here. He's going to come at another time so we can have a little head-to-head chat on a few things that he thinks are important that he would like to see some support from us on. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we're honored here today to have a very distinguished guest, a Minister of the Crown, the Government House Leader, a gentleman who's been in the grassroots conservative movement, if you will, but I can tell you a leader, and he has the respect of all parties in the House. And he certainly has my respect, the respect of Richmond Hill, and I want to welcome him to our riding. Without further ado, the Honourable Peter Van Loan, Government House Leader.
When Costas invited me to come here today, I didn't hesitate a second before I said yes, because I am delighted that Costas has been elected here in Richmond Hill to represent the Conservative Party. When I was first elected in 2004, after our newly reunified party started out, I was one of only 2 MPs from York Region on the Conservative side, and by the time we hit the election I was one of only 1, as somebody decided to cross the floor. So I was fortunate that after that election we picked up another seat, and we were back in as 2, and then in 2008 we picked up Oak Ridge's Markham, and Peter Kent was there to help us as well, and then we had a by-election and we picked up Julian Fantino, and now with this we're down to every single riding in York Region is Conservative except for 1, instead of just 1, which is where I started. So I am very, very pleased to see those changes, and delighted to have you on board, Costas. I know you will do a superb job. Being here is a bit of a trip down memory road for me. I'm delighted my grade 11 law teacher here from Halifax is here.
Take some responsibility.
So she has some responsibility there. She alleges I was involved in politics then, and she's quite right. I spent more time doing politics even in high school than I did doing high school. So it didn't seem to impair my advancement too much within the academic sphere. And then in my professional life I spent a fair bit of time in Richmond Hill, and I'm delighted to see for Mayor Bill Bell here, who worked with a fair bit, an outstanding mayor, perhaps I would say the best mayor Richmond Hill has ever had. Certainly that was my experience, but I can tell you I was very, very delighted to see him here, and he was always a great supporter of the party. But first and foremost, a great booster for Richmond Hill, who exercised great leadership and great judgment in helping shepherd the growth and development of this community. So it's great to see you here. I'll still call you Mayor Bell if that's okay. And you have a great community to represent. As I said, I spent some time here helping with folks, private sector folks, trying to build this community. And some of whom may be voting for you. I hope a lot of them, obviously enough of them that you got elected. And it is good to have Costas as a strong voice. York Region is an area that of course has grown rapidly, has a strong voice. We have a high caliber of members of Parliament from every single constituency that we represent in York Region, and Costas is a big part of that puzzle. Before Election Day there was some skepticism about whether or not we would win Richmond Hill. The pundits and the experts all said it wasn't possible, and I knew that it was, and I was very, very delighted on Election Day. I was actually kind of disappointed. We, as ministers, were sent around to work in different campaigns, and I kind of said, well, I'd like to go to Richmond Hill, and they said, no, we want you to go here and there and other place. Can't win Richmond Hill. I said, I'm pretty sure you can win Richmond Hill. No, we want you to go to these other places. So I didn't get a chance to actually campaign here. Only goes to prove that you don't need me coming to campaign for you to win. So congratulations, Costas. I look forward to you doing an outstanding job for the next 4 years or so for your constituents, and I'm sure that at the end of that time, having seen a government that is committed to keeping taxes down, to keeping that focus on economic growth, to looking at the long term, doing the kinds of things that you have stood for so clearly, that you will be rewarded in 4 years, having also served the constituents well out of this office with a further mandate. I have to say I'm also very, very impressed with the palatial surroundings here. This is a time of restraint in government, and there must be some slowdown in the economic, in the private sector economy, because I could not get an office like this Peter Siemens for my riding. He's here and attended. He can tell you I'm in a much more modest digs that were created out of a hardware store. That's what I have in Holland Landing. It's very low rent, but this is a very palatial spot, and I just wanted to end it off by presenting you with the keys, the golden keys to the men's room. Oh. So, congratulations and all the best.
Before we head to the back, I did want to introduce a couple of people. Thank you, Minister, for those kind words. Thank you very much. I'm glad you think this is palatial. We're here to serve, as you know. Yeah, I want to recognize Mayor Bill Bell. He was a big supporter and continues to be a big supporter and a good friend. But over and above any personal relationship we have, as you said, Minister, certainly a leader.
We tried to get him to run once or twice.
A big leader in Richmond Hill, a strong voice in Richmond Hill who has the respect of everyone. Even at the announcement I was at this morning, I've heard from our current mayor, and he's a great mayor, Dave Barrow, the kindest and nicest of words for the kind of work that Bill Bell had done to set the foundation for the prosperity that Richmond Hill has enjoyed and continues to enjoy to this day. You mentioned one riding in York Region that we came very, very close, 1,700 votes to winning, and I think we can win it next time, if not before then, if something else if he decides to retire off. And this man, Bob Soroya, did his absolute best to take him down.
Oh, it's the lemon picture.
Yeah. Oh, from your excavates, yes.
Thank you for the nice comments. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Wonderful, man. Good to see you. Frank Triano.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming to the party. Yeah.
That's good. We'll see you at the party next week.
Yeah. See ya.
Great speech. Thank you. Thank you very much. Man, thank you. Come on in, let's grab a bite. I'll have something.
Got to see you again one day.
That's great, Michael. Thank you.
Water. Yeah.